Line up, you fucking nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ?
They bring the heat.
Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher in the history of fighting.
They bring the knowledge.
If you think this fight is going 5 rounds, you are out of your mind.
They bring you the picks.
The dog is getting it done in this one.
We deliver every single week. We're bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen.
The money line.
Don't miss it on the MMA Experts channel each week. The Money Line. We are live. It is a beautiful Monday, June 10th. We got a nice episode coming at you guys. I am AJ, joined as always by my guy, Mike Finch. What's going on, bro?
Riding high, man. How many main events do I got to get in a row to earn some fucking respect around here?
You already got mine, bro. You got mine.
MMA Guru was on Cannonier. MMA Guru was on... Who did Dustin Jacoby? I was literally about to say his name over Dominic Reyes. I told you guys Reyes. I'm the guy who had Imavov. We could talk about how bad that stoppage was. You want to get into it?
We need to talk about this stoppage right away because, man, it was early. I have said this. I am not arguing the momentum was shifting towards Imavov. He looked really good, and I think that he was starting to find his range nicely, and Cannonier was slowing down. But that was about as early as you can get. Yes, Cannonier was definitely rocked, but he was not out. And by the time the ref jumped in, he had already started to recover. I would have understood the stoppage more if Cannonier's wobbling all over the place and maybe he jumps in. Like, the fact is, the shots that connected, it was like a glazing left hook and then a blocked punch, and then Herzog stops the fight. I think Herzog was a little trigger happy with the stoppages because he hit a good one with Stoltzfus earlier in the night and it was standing. So he was on like standing stoppage fire. He's ready to call it. Fuck it.
You thought that was a good stoppage? I thought that was a strange one too. When Fajea hit that spinning back elbow and he fell down, you saw Jason stepped in and then you could see him second guess himself. Like as soon as he got in between the two, you could see him go, oh shit, should I let the, and then he goes, okay, no, you know, well, and yes, he ended up being right before, you know, I know what you're about to say. He ended up being right. It was the correct time to step in, but you saw him second guess himself. And then in the main event, I mean, he really blew it.
My God, the main event stoppage was a sour pill to swallow. Really, because even for Imavov's win, it has this stain on it where it's like, wait, but Cannonier, what if, you know, he could have turned it around? It's not like a solidified. If you would have dropped Cannonier flat on his face, the hype would have really jumped a lot. But I think it kind of stalled Imavov's stock to rise as much as it could have with the win. And for Cannonier, I mean, he didn't take a lot of damage besides like a couple big shots, but I do think him getting stopped early, in a sense, it can be more of an argument for him to stay in the mix.
What really hurt about that main event stoppage is that Cannonier is 40.
Yeah.
This was his career on the line. And he was fighting down in the rankings. He was already upset about that. Yeah. And for the fight to get stopped early, it really sets him back. It's really hard to see a pathway for him to get a title shot again. So it was a very important moment. And let me just say something about Jason Herzog. Nicest referee I've ever spoken to. Like, got to ride on the bus with him and on Bellator. He's on the Bellator bus. Dude's got, cooking recipes he's given me. Like, really kind, open dude. Good person, but who made a real mistake. And I would argue too, because even the Bruno Fajea fight, he had a bit of a hesitation, at least we could say.
Yeah, not true. It was a weird step in. Just happened to work out that time. UFC Casual, thank you for re-upping the membership. I appreciate you, my dog. Platypus, thank you for $4.99. All hail AJ and Mike Urseg. Hey, let's go, baby. Let's go. Thank you, dude. Wise, thank you for the month of membership. My favorite show of the week besides the weigh-in stream. Hey, thank you, bro. Much love, Wise. Fuck
welcome. Yeah. Welcome, Wise. You're wise for being here, Wise. Thank you.
Wise is a wise man. He's intelligent. He's intellectual.
I'm all about Wise. Check the phone background. That's Yoda.
Cool. That's Yoda? That's sick. Yeah.
My Moneyline reminder. Let me get that.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the fights to make next, and I dropped the video a couple hours ago. Matchmaking. This is a new series that I started, bro. It's the fights to make next series.
Right.
I like the Yoda. And I said this, Imavov's in a weird spot with a win. He kind of has to wait a little bit because the division has to unfold. We may see Sean Strickland get the title fight against Duplessis later this summer. We may see Adesanya jump in. Could that potentially open up a Strickland rematch? I don't love it. That's funny. The chicken cacciatore recipe from Herzog.
Fucking around.
Holy shit. I'll tell you this, bro. Imavov, to me, should wait for the loser of Chimaev and Whitaker. If Whitaker loses, especially, him and Imavov makes a lot of sense. It's just a weird predicament to be in because he probably wants to fight sooner than that. But who's he going to fight then? We going to do Brendan Allen? I was like, I don't know. I was thinking Cannonier versus Brendan Allen would make more sense after this one.
Interesting. Well, that puts Cannonier back in the mix. That would be interesting.
He deserves it. I think he deserves it.
I liked the Perez call out for Imavov. I mean, it puts Imavov in a spot, but wouldn't you rather be Imavov right now? I mean, that stoppage just hurt Cannonier so bad. Yeah, Cannonier being right back in the mix makes sense. UFC trying to take care of him by giving him somebody like Brendan Allen in a spotlight fight. I like that.
But Imavov versus Sean Strickland, though, I don't think that makes a lot of sense.
What do you want, matchmaker AJ? I just got to have the UFC rankings up because
I don't think that Sean Strickland. This is okay. So now Sean Strickland is in this position. This is why I'm pissed off. Sean Strickland could have easily won the decision against Duplessis, and then he goes and beats Paulo Costa.
Right.
And now he has to fight Imavov, a guy he already beat on short notice last year. It's not like a highly anticipated rematch. So I just feel like, what if we do Imavov, wait it out a little bit? If Whitaker goes out, loses to Chimaev, maybe later this year, the Whitaker fight opens up. It might end up being Brendan Allen, but it's just a little bit of a logjam. Imavov is not going to get a fight against Israel Adesanya. UFC's not going to book that.
Bro, why are the rankings gone? Here we go. Wow. If I just typed in UFC rankings in Google, the UFC website was nowhere on the first page.
That's weird.
That was insane.
That's weird.
Yeah. So Dricus, Duplessis, and Izzy, is it going down?
I mean, it's not confirmed. It's a rumored bout. Sean Strickland said he'd be ready to go this summer. So if Izzy doesn't jump on it.
Yeah, I would like to see that, dude. Strickland deserves it, dude. I'd like to see that. And Whitaker's booked. Cannonier was 4. Wow. Yeah. Brendan Allen 6. Interesting. So we got 10 Khamzat Chimaev fighting 3 Robert Whitaker. Wow. I don't know what you do with this middleweight division, to be honest. I wouldn't hate seeing like a Paulo Costa, Jared Cannonier. Is that out of the question?
You know why I don't want that? Paulo Costa has no ranked wins. He's 1-4 in his last 5. Can we give him somebody outside of the top 10, bro?
I
want
agree.
to Michel Pereira. It's like, holy fuck, Costa gets everything.
I agree. I agree.
But I see the UFC might do it, bro. Like
Costa
it's a big
and
fight.
Michel Pereira, maybe.
That would be the one, though. That's a badass Brazil fight.
Right.
We'll see. I don't know what they'll do for sure, but I do know that A is dropping $13.99. Almost never catch you guys live, but make sure to tap in every week, live or not. Finally caught you guys live, so here's a little donation to show some appreciation. Let's get this money, boys. Hey, we appreciate you, bro. Big W. Fuck yeah.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. Is that a pit bull you got on the picture there? Shout out to the pits. My mama's got a blue nose. They're awesome dogs. Thank you for the donut.
Blue nose, baby. Let's go.
I don't know who to give Imavov because it looks like we got a little bit of a log jam.
Wait, I think he's got to wait, and then he gets the loser of Chimaev versus Whitaker. Him and Rob Whitaker is an awesome fight, even if Whitaker loses to Chimaev, but he comes out unscathed substantially. Or even if Khamzat were to lose, him and Imavov, I don't know if they do, but it would make sense.
You really want to see Khamzat and Imavov?
Not really. I want to see Whitaker and Imavov. That's what I want. So
that's more interesting.
It's just, but what if Whitaker wins? Whitaker Strickland's on the table. There's so many fights for Whitaker.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with Imavov, and I don't know what to do with this middleweight division. It really depends on is he in the mix or not. That changes things.
Yeah, agreed. I guess we'll find out what goes down, in the next 2 weeks, really. That's going to kind of decide everything. I'm sure after Khamzat Chimaev and Whitaker fights, it will clear the waters for the middleweight division. We'll know. Let's look at the co-main event. This was a career-saving knockout for Dominic Reyes. And Mike Finch had faith. Mike Finch, I respect your faith. Reyes looked fast. He looked fast as fuck.
Your atheist friend had faith. I believed in Dominic Reyes because he's got better fucking hands. And that pull too, that just banging the cross. He didn't pull shit, did he? He just banged the cross. That knee, My man's got weapons. Nice job to see. It's great to see Reyes back.
You know what? Reyes looked good. He clapped him quick with that straight. Holy shit. Dominic Reyes' hands are lightning speed. And if he doesn't get hit clean, I mean, who knows if he can take a punch? I don't know for sure. I mean, he talked about the chin being gone. He's like, he wanted to find out too. I mean, he didn't get knocked out by Jacoby. There's a start. Where does he go from here? It's an obvious fight, bro. It's him and Anthony Smith all day. That's a tremendous fight. That's a great fight.
You want to see?
Yeah.
All right.
I like that fight.
What were the odds leading into this one? I picked a nice dog here, didn't I?
He was a big underdog, yeah.
Big?
I mean, large-ish.
I want full credit.
You get full credit from me. I'm giving you full. Full credit. You said in the beginning of the show, I'm trying to get credit. You know I always give you credit.
Not from you. Right, you
thanks.
always give me credit. I'm just let me see here. Because you know what? The Tapology's always wrong, right?
Tapology's rankings?
The Tapology's okay, he said plus 200.
Who's around?
Tapology's odds.
Around plus 200 range.
Got you. That was a nice one, man.
Right.
Yeah, personally, I was a little too nervous to actually touch it myself, but I put it down, and I hope some of you folks did. Good for him, man. Good to see him back. He's a good dude. You saw him with the fiance afterwards, like just happy moment for him. Dustin Jacoby, not elite, know, and I knew that Dominic Reyes was better, and so I just trusted that.
I like that. Listen, faith was powerful in this fight for the Finch, man. Let's keep moving down. Featured bout of the night. Raul Rosas Jr. bodies Ricky Turcios. Yeah, it's a lock. This is a real lock of the card, man. And Rosas Jr. on the ground was very strong. I know Turcios had his back in the first, though, and was threatening with that choke, but Rosas toughed it out. I think that was his, becoming a man in MMA moment. That was the test. Can he get out of this gnarly spot? And he did. And he was able to get Turcios' back, nearly sub him in the first, and then second round, does his thing, bodies him, strangles him. Rosas is pretty good, man. I think he's got a decent future at just 19. His grappling strength is really promising, man.
Yeah, I love how he goes to the body triangle. He's got a great squeeze. You saw him lock up that rear naked strangle on the face, and he just kept squeezing until that thing went under the jaw. It was a wonderful finish for him, man. He went through some adversity. He had to weather the storm a little bit. I mean, you saw as soon as Ricky got taken down for the first time, he was smiling. He knew he was going to be on his back. Yeah. They train these positions, right? But great job getting the finish for Raul Rosas Jr. It was a big moment for him, man. Yeah, we were on it. We had it all day. Did we pick sub? We picked Raul Rosas Jr. I always tell you guys the money line, so hopefully some of you guys touched that and made some money.
Let's go. Let's keep running down. Bruno Ferreira, we kind of lightly touched on the Herzog stoppage versus Stoltzfus. I'll be honest, bro. I like Bruno Ferreira. He's fun as fuck to watch, but I don't think he looked impressive as far as his actual skill. His toughness.
Stoltzfus did, though. I think Stoltzfus had a good night.
He was looking good.
Yeah.
The thing is, Stoltzfus, what was the biggest mistake? Is because he chose to bang with the brawler. You know Ferreira's chance to beat you is a big shot. If Stoltzfus would have stayed technical, and honestly, I said it, bro, he's got to survive the first round, and he didn't. He wanted to try to get a knockout, and he had good moments. He had Ferreira down. I got to be honest, Ferreira is absolutely an entertaining fighter, but he is a bit of a red flag bet in the future against guys with some more tight skills and maybe higher fight IQ.
Well, you heard who he called out.
I think Bo Nickel beats him.
You heard who he called out.
Yeah, Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel beats him. Bo Nickel probably gets him on the ground.
Versus Fajea. That's fun, though.
That's the fight to make. If they don't make that, what are they doing, man?
That's
Bo Nickel got called out by somebody with hands, somebody with good wins in MMA. But Bo Nickel's wrestling's a big threat in that fight. Ferreira comes from the judo base, but he was on his back with Stoltzfus.
Yeah, Bo Nickel and Fajea make that fight, UFC. What's going on? That's a great one. You guys got to start doing the weigh-ins together. I'm waiting for my invite, AJ. Are we doing the weigh-ins now?
Listen, I don't know how many shows we're going to do. I've been doing the weigh-in show every Friday for years now, man. It's that's my biggest single show of the week for myself.
This is AJ's job. I work here, okay?
Let's go.
I run a UFC gym, all right? That's my day-to-day. This is AJ's set up shop here. He's your day-to-day guy. I got to get more content out for you guys if I'm going to start doing weigh-in shows. But maybe one of them, it'd be fun. It's cool to do the occasional, fight companion. Yeah, so
live. No, it's a good time. I agree.
Maybe
Well,
a weigh-in show
Mike
sometime.
Finch and AJ Q&A with the members is something people have asked for too.
I'm with this. I'm definitely with this.
All right, bet. This fight here, it was awesome to watch, but I don't think it was high level. They didn't look great. Ferreira, he's concerning moving forward. He's got red flag written all over him. He's a brawler and he's got no gas. He's on a gas out, bro. He was tired at the end of the first. He's a welterweight that doesn't cut weight.
Yeah, but Stoltzfus, I thought I was seeing a great Stoltzfus performance, not a bad Fajea performance. You know, he's able to, same thing we said about Raul Rosas Jr., weather the storm, stay dangerous, keep looking for finishes. I actually saw, some ability to overcome adversity there. I like that, man. So Fajea's dangerous, dude. He's going to give Bo Nickel a run for his money. Does he deal with powerful grapplers? Well, probably not. But I'm ready to see it.
I'm ready to see it too. I mean, he's a judo nationalist in Brazil. That's got to count for something.
I respect it. I mean, it's definitely not going to count for taking down Bo Nickel, but it'll be a weapon.
Let's go. Bruno Ferreira, Bo Nickel probably next. Stoltzfus was looking good until he wasn't. This fight here was quick. This was a blink of an eye fight. You look away from the TV, you missed it. Reese absolutely starches Marquez with the uppercut.
Yeah, I'm in the living room freaking out watching that knockout. My wife comes in there. She goes, "Why does he have a mullet?" I'm like, "Aren't you looking at this knockout right now?" You know, that's all I'm looking at. She's like, "That mullet is awful."
I thought it looked great, that mullet. I was trying to replicate the same thing. I thought
Damn, bro, that's true. You do kind of got the Italian mullet going on over there.
At least mine's the Italian mullet. It's a little different, bro. I can hide it a little better, you know?
No, I can't. I got a haircut yesterday. I can't.
Listen, you missed the USA himself, bro. I feel like I'm looking at Colby Covington's cousin.
I'll take Colby over Steve Erceg any day.
Yeah. Listen, Reese ran him over. It was quick, easy work. Soriano Baeza, I think he should retire. Okay?
What
because
the fuck?
The way he was fighting, bro. I'm not a hater. I'm honest. Miguel Baeza is turning into Mr. Jiu-Jitsu, throwing up attempts from the bottom. He's a striker. Yeah, he's done some jiu-jitsu competition.
That heel hook was dangerous, bro. That was dangerous as hell.
What? Come on, man. It's like Claudio Poya shit. No.
That heel hook, I was going, oh. I was just gonna, and of course Soriano kept game face on, kept throwing punches, but his knee's a little loose today, dude.
That's fair. Listen, it might have been a tight heel. Bays off his back was not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see him kickboxing. And Soriano out-wrestled the hell out of him, put it at a good pace. This was a good performance, man. He looks a lot better at 170. I'll give respect and credit where it's due.
All right, people talking crazy in the chat here. There are no dangers, anything below the waist in MMA. Have you ever heard of this guy? Tell me, have you ever heard of Rousimar Palhares?
He's good at it.
Go type in Rousimar Palhares UFC. That's an R. You say it like an H, Portuguese. Rousimar Palhares MMA. Do some homework. Do your homework, kids.
Well, Rousimar Palhares, though, he will hold it too long, too. So he was terrifying. You fight him, he ain't letting you out. He held it long even in PFL.
Hell yeah.
Have you seen a picture of him recently, bro? He looked huge, like jacked beyond belief. Huger. Look, he gained 20 pounds of muscle.
How do you put more muscle on that guy?
I'm telling you, I don't know, but he pulled it off. Rousimar Palhares, bro. Jacked. This has got to be a pick of his physique.
You said PFL?
He was in PFL. He didn't look this jacked until he retired. Just picture from a couple of years ago. He looked fucking enormous.
Looks huge in PFL.
He's a freak.
Yeah, he is a freak. Yeah, if you guys want to see high-level jiu-jitsu technique, check out Gary Tonin versus Rousimar Palhares. Gary Tonin rolling him up, attacking his legs, like crazy leg lock shootouts. Gary Tonin's so much better, but he's like 70 pounds lighter. Just a cool match to see.
That's sick, actually. Platypus, $4.99. What did you just say about Ursay, captain of Geek Squad? Don't think I missed that, Finchy.
What are you talking about, bro? First off, captain of the Geek Squad. Me and Ursay go to the bar. I'm leaving with the girl. I'm not a geek like that. Yes, I did just buy a Tesla. I did, and I see the memes. All right. I saw one today. It was a video popped up on my Instagram. God damn it, where they're interviewing everybody in line. Are you gay? Yes. Are you gay? Yes. It's a Tesla super. You know?
That's funny.
So
Holy
y'all can
shit.
hate. Y'all can hate. I ain't a geek and I ain't gay. Fuckers. All right.
I think a Tesla's cool, to be fair, bro.
Thank you. It is cool. It's like driving a spaceship, dude. I'm like driving an iPhone. It is crazy.
It's crazy. My girlfriend has one, and we were literally charging it up yesterday. And I don't know, it's all families next door, so I thought it was chill. And I'm in Florida though, so maybe it's different. I don't know in Cali if it's a little bit different.
What model she got?
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. What one do you got?
I got a Model 3. See,
I gotta see
fuck
it.
You, Dom. Fuck you, Dom. Just fine. Gay is gay.
Listen,
hey, gay is fine too. If I was gay, you guys would put up with it, okay?
That's it.
You guys would put up with it. I've been with the same girl for 15 years though.
Damn,
yeah, I really like driving it. It's so much more fun than driving a gas car. It's so much faster.
Takeoff is crazy, right?
Oh man, it is so fast. Yeah,
it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm
big fan.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan too. I'm a Tesla fan.
It makes getting to work super fun.
Yeah, because you get to fly by, bro.
You guys have to try it. See, Model 3s are peak gay. What are you talking about, bro? I could have got the Model Y, like the mom van. Like, no, I got the fucking fast car. Like, what the fuck?
Get the sporty one.
You're peak gay for hating on it. Like,
it's jealousy, bro. It's jealous.
They're jealous.
They're jealous, dude.
That's what it is. Ali Point VTV, help me out. Tesla driving, leg locking machine. Ooh, it should be part of the. It's part of the who's that wrestler? Ric Flair. Part of the, wearing Tesla driving, leg locking, son of a gun, type of thing.
That's you.
Thank you, Ali.
Let's go, Ali. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for the love on the Teslas, bro. There we go. Mike Perry drives a Tesla. Look at that.
Fuck computers, says Tanis while he's on a computer. My man would be happier in the cave.
No.
Okay? He says fuck computers on a computer.
How would we do this show without the internet, bro? It'd be a radio show. I don't know. I don't know what we'd be talking about.
We'd all call in. All right.
Call in. Yeah. Well, listen.
The radio show.
I want to say something real quick. Ludovic Klein looked like a savage, and big things are coming from him. And then Radke Prates Finch, I had to fucking bring it up. Prates was that guy. Holy shit, the body knee was incredible, man. He looked
nasty knee to the body. And I got a bunch of comments on this one on my channel. People checking back on me. Your boy Radke lost. Like, what did I tell you guys? That Radke was going to win by knee to the body? That he was a better striker? No, I said the dude he's fighting has Muay Thai tattooed across his chest.
Right.
Charlie Radke is going to need to try to submit him. Okay? And Charlie Radke shot one takedown. So that is not the strategy one would look to employ against a high-level Brazilian Muay Thai striker,
right?
Like Prates. So Prates fought his fight. Radke was moving side to side. He was looking for a couple left hooks. I thought there was a couple moments there, like he would throw a left hook or he'd throw something powerful from the lead hand. Prates would lean back a little bit. That lead leg was right there, but Charlie Radke was deciding not to shoot. And he ended up paying for it. I mean, Prates, we knew heading into it. I told you guys knew he was the better striker, and it was up to Radke to make it an MMA fight. He didn't do that. Look, he moves to 2-1 in the UFC. We move on. My friend took an L, but that's okay. That's all right. Most of the locks landed. I told you guys. How many main events have I gotten in a row? I'm proud of my picks. So y'all can hate on my friend Charlie for getting knee to the body. By the way, it was a perfect knee to the liver. When's the last time you saw a knee to the liver that good?
It's been a long time.
That was like Alistair Overeem in his prime type shit. That was super nasty.
Prates is nasty, man. He's going to do really well.
Man. Yeah,
he trained in Thailand for years.
You need to shoot on Prates. Like, can you imagine getting out there and striking with that dude?
No.
Like, not with the skill set I have or that Charlie Radke has or that most fighters have. You'd want to hit that takedown.
Yeah, get him to the ground. Listen, let's jump into the picks for UFC Vegas 93. It was a good recap of last week. If you guys haven't yet, smash the likes. And if you're new, sub it up. We got Shailan Nuerdanbieke versus Melquizio Costa to start the night. I got to go Shailan Nuerdanbieke to win. I think he hits harder. I think he's got a little better boxing. I think he's stronger. His wrestling's better. Melquizio Costa has decent jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, but he's not really that great with wrestling. And I don't know, this might be a harsh criticism, but I don't feel like he's that physically strong. Whereas Nuerdanbieke is a strong dude who can punch hard. And I think that Nuerdanbieke can hurt Costa if we get in the boxing range. Costa's got to be like really smooth for this fight. He needs to kick beautifully from the outside, stay moving, avoid being pressed backwards with combos against the cage, avoid being taken down. I think Melquizio Costa can do okay in the first round, but I worry about this fight getting nasty and being more of like a scrap. That's where Nuerdanbieke is going to shine. And I don't think Costa's jiu-jitsu is going to be able to like lock up triangles from the bottom, throw up arm bars. I don't see that. I think Costa might get smashed from top position. So I'm going Nuerdanbieke to beat him.
And Nuerdanbieke is dog money.
He is an underdog, which thought this was more of an even fight as far as what the odds are looking like. They got Nuerdanbieke at plus 165.
Yeah. Steve Garcia is a common opponent, but those fights went a lot differently, man. Shailin Nuerdanbieke hits super hard, physically stronger. I could imagine him pulling this thing out, man. I could see this thing being close, though.
Good.
I could see this thing being close. I could see Costa having a little higher output. Shailin Nuerdanbieke landing more damaging shots, though. I mean, fights are so scored on damage. Well, who knows how the fuck they're scored? Somebody scored Strickland versus Costa for Costas. Who knows how the fuck they're scoring fights? But they're supposed to be scored on damage. I think Shailin Nuerdanbieke could take him down, land some ground and pound, hit him with some big shots on the feet. I'll double up on the dog with you. Costa's not out of this, though. It's probably a close fight.
The odds for it, obviously, like we said, plus 165 for Shailin Nuerdanbieke with Costa at minus 190. Looking at any of the props, I'll be honest with you, I'm not intrigued by them because, Nuerdanbieke by decision at plus 275 is very possible. The knockout is also possible, too, at plus 575. When there's both methods of victory that are, I think live is not necessarily the best to go trying to chase props when you're already getting plus 165. So this is not, the lock of the century per se, but I think Shailin Nuerdanbieke's got a good chance to win. I'm picking him to win this fight, and he's an underdog that I think is exceptionally live here.
Exceptionally live. I agree. Did we shout out Tannis for the $2?
No, Tannis, thank you for the 2. I didn't even see it.
Tannis, how dare we miss you? Thank you so much, Tannis. I appreciate that.
Bro.
Put the respect on it, folks.
Fucking
Don't be up in here disrespecting. That's right. Thank you, Tannis. Dude, it could be close. I don't know if I'm personally betting on this one, but I like your confidence in the dog, and I like your call that he's stronger. I think that I could see them winning in both areas, landing the heavier shots on the feet with his hands, and then landing some ground and pound, getting a couple key takedowns. Costa's got cardio, though. They're both, they both got their stripes in the UFC. It's a good fight.
Good fight. Let's keep running. Next fight, ladies going after it. Josephine Knutsson versus Julia Polastri. I just think Knutsson's better. Better striking, physically stronger, more athletic, more precise. Certain skill sets that are there definitely, I think, favor Knutsson, but there's certain intangibles like certain natural abilities. If you look at the movement, rhythm, and striking of Knutsson, and then you look at Polastri, it's just, I don't know, I feel like with women's MMA especially, there is a wider range of I don't want to say uncoordinated versus coordinated, but there's a certain sense of athleticism and footwork and technical ability and agility that certain girls have and certain girls just don't. I don't think Polastri's bad. She has decent jiu-jitsu skills. She's tough. She can mix it up good in the pocket, but she's physically worse than Knutsson and technically worse than Knutsson. So how does she win? I don't see it. I think Knutsson secures a 30-27 decision.
Knutsson should whoop her ass. Yeah, Knutsson all day, 30-27. And the reason why no finish is because Polastri's hard to finish. She's never been finished in her career. And Knutsson is a decision machine. So although she's much better, picking the over on this makes sense too. Now, you know me, I don't look up the odds. Of course, the odds will be nuts on the over. But high likelihood it's Knutsson and high likelihood it's a decision.
Plus 185, Polastri is the dog. Knutsson, the pick for us both, is minus 220, which it's women's MMA, but it's not a horrible parlay piece by any means. I think it's a pretty confident pick. Over 2.5, minus 365 is very likely. Knutsson by decision, minus 125 is fairly likely as well. Obviously, the risk caliber keeps going up as the odds get better with, the prop bet decision. But Knutsson's a decision winner. Polastri pretty tough. I think technically superior Knutsson for the win.
So just to dispel some myths here, imagine having confidence in women's MMA. I've made hundreds of dollars betting on Wei Li, betting on, back when she was in her prime, Shevchenko, Amanda Nunes. I mean, there are reliable women's fights to bet on. And then there are ones where it's pretty obvious it's going to go to a decision. So there are bets to be made, but not if you have your eyes closed. Pavel, come on, son.
Yeah, I think women's MMA, there's always some spots. And sometimes there's not. Sometimes they fumble. But this one here, I think Knutsson's got a real good chance to win. So we're both picking Knutsson. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card is a matchup that has the wrong names attached to it. It says Judice versus Fernandes. The file I saved wrong. So this
AJ doing the Ripski pre-show.
I did a Ripski doing this. My apologies. The names are wrong, but it's Jeka Saragih versus Westin Wilson. And listen, I think that the side of Saragih is going to pull through. I think he probably knocks Westin Wilson out. Wilson is Wonder Boy's less athletic, I don't know, less macho, less calculated brother. He's like the lesser of the family. You know what I'm saying? He's like the runt of the litter. He's a tough dude. He's got decent karate style, but I think Saragih's going to catch him with a big punch and knock him out. Saragih's pretty fucking powerful.
Yeah, you called it on your other show too. Like it's knocking out a journeyman, right? I mean, Westin Wilson, the wish.com Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
It ain't happening. I agree with you 100%. Judice knockout. Just kidding.
Judice by knockout. Sorry about the wrong names. Minus 325 Saragih. Wilson is plus 275. I think Saragih wins, is a wide favorite. The under is minus 285, and I think it's probably going under 1.5. Saragih by knockout is minus 200. So there's not a ton of value on any straight bets here with this fight. But I do think, under is live.
How are people saying MMA Piggy's the GOAT? Again, respect to him. He had Cannonier. He had Dustin Jacoby. I had Imavov. I had Dominic Reyes. So how are you on this show saying, the guy who lost his picks, that's the GOAT? Nah, son, you on the right show right now. No, respect to the other MMA channels. I'm fucking around, but you're on our show, okay? Yeah. All right, we're proud over here.
We are proud. Listen, Saragih's a proud pick. We're picking him for the W. He should beat Westin Wilson, who I don't think is UFC level.
I agree, and Fernandes they say like gatekeeper. He's below that. He's actually a level below that. He's at that journeyman level.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's keep running. Let's get to the next fight. This is the right matchup. This is the proper names. We got Gabriela Fernandes and Carli Judice. Bro, it's women's MMA. I'm not going to pick two favorites to win first thing on the women's MMA because at this point, I mean, last week, the women's underdogs were coming out like savages. Fernandes, to everybody, it makes sense. She looks powerful in the Muay Thai. She got some power. She looks good. She's dangerous. She's athletic. Judice is a tough girl, though. She gave Ernesta Kereshketa a very tough fight in an absolute war on Contender Series, which is one of the best Contender Series fights ever. I think that she may surprise Fernandes with takedowns because Fernandes is incredibly one-dimensional with her game. And the threat of takedowns is going to have Judice's striking working better. I mean, if you look at Fernandez's two UFC opponents, Jasmine Jasdavicius and Teresa Bleda, neither one of them are good strikers. They are good wrestlers, good wrestling, control grapplers. That's their style. Judice has really good striking, but with the good striking, is Fernandes' grappling skill set defensively good enough to stop Judice potentially controlling, landing takedowns and trips? I'm thinking Judice can strike with her too because her hands are good. Judice reminds me of like a little bit of a young Holly Holm flow. So I'm going to go with Judice as an underdog to win.
Damn, that's a nice dog too. Definitely a no bet for me. I mean, back to our other buddy who said never bet on women's fights. This would fall more so into that category. Fernandez is going to be better submission game. The two losses that you just mentioned, though, it's a pretty high level girls. And so I wouldn't write her off based on her last two there. I mean, Jasmine Jasudavicius has been looking good. Teresa Bleda, also, one of the better forces in the UFC. Natalia Silva, her only loss. So I think that you're talking about two, bottom top 15 women. It's not a bad loss, as to where Judice is so green. So give me Fernandes and probably a decision. Would I bet on it? Hell no.
Fernandes is minus 220. Judice plus 185. Over is minus 205. This is, I don't know. To me, betting wise, it's a value dog attack lightly or pass. This is not put Fernandes in your parlays. Like, I don't think it's a great idea. Judice, I think she's live to win as a dog, but again, she's 3-1 as a fucking pro. She doesn't have a ton of experience, right? She might really come through and look great, but Fernandes does have legit Muay Thai and she's more pro fights in. Yeah,
interesting call, AJ. I mean, you got me thinking about it for sure. I'll be interested watching the fight, but as far as busting out the wallet, like we're gonna have to see what Judice has.
Judice, we're gonna find out a lot about her. From what I've seen of her, I think the girl's got a lot of potential. And we'll see what she can do. Let's keep running. Next fight, Garrett Armfield versus Brady Hiestand. I think Garrett Armfield just better than Brady pretty much everywhere in this fight. Armfield's got pretty good wrestling he can mix in. He's got some power in his hands. He had a good performance over Brad Katona. Finch is his hero, bro. Shout out to him. I think Armfield will land decent punches on the feet. I think he could out-wrestle Hiestand as well. I just see Armfield as the slightly better guy everywhere, and I think he wins a decision.
Better everywhere.
You think Hiestand's got him somewhere?
God, do I want to bet on this fight? How the fuck do I pick this fight? No, I mean, I guess not. Yeah, I guess not. I guess you could just say Armfield decision. Armfield's going to probably be beating him up on the feet and defending takedowns. I don't know. 2 out of 3 rounds, maybe a 29-28 decision for Armfield. Another fight I'm not running to bet on, though. Give me the odds on this.
Minus 165 for Armfield. Hiestand plus 135.
Yeah, I could imagine Armfield putting some strikes on him and dragging this one out. Both of these guys do have KO finishes, and Armfield probably is going to be a little bit better on the feet. So we'll see how Hiestand responds to that. I'm guessing they're going to drag each other out to a decision.
I'm thinking Armfield wins too. I don't know. I think I like him more than you do. I feel more confident on Armfield. I just think he's got more tools than Hiestand. He's just a tad bit better. Even Hiestand last time, it was, the name is now escaping me. It was against Dana Batkari. I mean, Batkari kind of fell apart in the 3rd round, but Hiestand took a fuckload of damage. Whereas Armfield got a pretty clean win over Brad Katona, who's a 2-time Ultimate Fighter winner. So I don't know. I think Garrett Armfield's actually pretty good. And if you look, Armfield's got 3 losses as a pro. Dog, 2 of them are to David Onama, who's a weight class bigger and a terrifying power puncher.
Armfield's never been knocked out too. I mean, so yeah, clearly durable. Went 3 rounds with Brad Katona. That was a good fight. So that durability is probably why this thing goes all 3.
That was an early stoppage too. They stopped them real early. It was like peppering shots landed and then boom, they called it. So I like Armfield to win. Finch, man, we're locking down Armfield to get it done. And the odds for it have them as a close money favorite, minus 165. I don't think is bad. The decision win for Armfield sits at plus 185 with an over at minus 185. Let's go. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card. Nate Maness versus Jimmy Flick. Bro, I'll tell it like it is. This is a lock. Nate Maness is going to knock Jimmy Flick out brutally here. Nate Maness can fight, man. His only losses are against Dagestan fighters in the UFC. And you look at his loss before the UFC, it's Taylor Lapilus, who looked fucking incredible Saturday. So I think Nate Maness is going to destroy Jimmy Flick. I think this is one of the more confident picks of 2024, bro.
If it ain't an OV, he's done fine. That's true. The Tony Gravely W is nice. His last finish was nice. 100%, man. And he gave Tagir a bit of a fight. He gave Umar a bit of a fight. So Nate Maness is tough. Big step down. I mean, respect to Jimmy Flick, but Nate Maness all day too. Lock.
All day. He's a minus 450 favorite, unfortunately. So you're paying the chalk for him. Holy shit. Parlay piece. Maness to win by knockout is my official call. It's minus 215, bro.
I don't touch those. I would much prefer a little parlay action than to touch that finish. But I see it. I see what you're saying. I mean, getting Jimmy Flick out of there would be my pick too. Nate Maness knockout.
Nate Maness knockout is the call for us both. We're both riding with Nate Maness to win. I feel like pretty high likelihood he pulls it off. He's a slick striker. He's long. There's a lot to like, man. There's a lot to like.
And it makes sense both ways. Like, you know, some of the mistakes have been betting against one guy. Like when you got two kind of gatekeepers and you really hate on one, betting against him. But no, I'm betting for Nate Maness. I believe in Nate Maness' striking, believe in his durability, and believe in his finishing ability. And then, you know, Flick is somebody to kind of fade. So it works both ways in this fight. Confident Nate Maness pick.
Confident Nate Maness pick for us both. Let's keep running. Next fight is Tagir Ulanbekov versus Joshua Van. It's also a featured prelim. I got to go with Tagir Ulanbekov. The UFC experience, the grappling skill. Joshua Van is an awesome prospect. He's only 22, though. And Ulanbekov's only loss in the UFC is against Tim Elliott, who gave him the veteran lesson with, you know, a little bit, I don't want to say of dirty tactics, but he mixed in some veteran savvy tricks and he got a close decision over Ulanbekov. So I think Tagir Ulanbekov is actually really good and he's starting to come into his own. His grappling skill set is really strong, but it's not like he doesn't have hands too. His striking game is good. He dropped Cody Durden in their fight. So I think that a win for Tagir Ulanbekov is pretty likely. And I mean, if you really judge Ulanbekov off his record for a second, he's got 2 losses and both are arguable losses. Like Zhumagulov, he lost a bit of a controversial decision outside the UFC. And then coming into the UFC, I mean, he loses to Tim Elliott, but he beat Nate Maness. He beat Cody Durden, both by submission. I got him by submission over Joshua Van. I know a lot of people like Van as a dog, though. I got personal friends that got Joshua Van as an underdog. I don't think so. I think that Tagir Ulanbekov is too much for him too soon.
But who is he beat? You know, Zumagulov in a split decision or something? You know, Bunez, like Felipe Bunez is good. Don't get me wrong. I got the chance to interview him. I hung out with him for a long time at the Fighter House that Captain Eric Albarracin organized. So, you know, rooting for him big time. But like, this is a significant step up. Tagir Ulanbekov is, I think, much better. I imagine a club and sub, to coin, you know, AJ's phrase there, club and sub. I believe that Ulanbekov can strike with Joshua Van in a dynamic way, using all of his limbs. And when the opportunity comes, he'll strangle him.
I like it, man. Odds for the win. Ulanbekov is minus 226 as a favorite here. Joshua Van is a plus 190 underdog. And then Ulanbekov, if you think submission, you go in club and sub, it's plus 175. Money line's a little wide. The over is minus 125. Joshua Van's got good hands and power, but I just feel like it's too much too soon. And I know I saw in chat people talking about Ulanbekov as a loss to Zhumagulov. Controversial decision, pre-UFC loss years ago, though.
Way back, dog.
Yeah.
Way back, dog. This is 2024, homie. Yeah. Get with the time, son. Van lost to Zhumagulov like last year, right?
He beat him on a split. And he gave a good fight.
I just said that. But split decision with Zhumagulov in like 2023 is not ideal, okay? As to where Ulanbekov's been thriving, man. We've been seeing his guillotine game nasty. His striking's gotten a lot better. He's just a lot better, man. He's in his prime right now.
Yeah.
I like Van too. Van's on a roll too. But I think Tagir's a lock here.
Let's go. Tagir Ulanbekov to win. The call for Finch. The call for me. And we're going to jump to our main card opener. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe. We got Adam Fugitt versus Josh Quinlan. Finch, I have been very critical of Josh Quinlan because of the steroid failed test in the past, him getting off the roids. And then I was saying he was being too honest, saying that he took it for insecurity. And I didn't like that. I like the sociopathic guys like Jones. But to be fair, Adam Fugitt puts himself in the firing line. And I think Josh Quinlan has way more power than him. Josh Quinlan, I think, is better with his hands. And I think this is a fight Quinlan can win, man. I think Fugitt comes aggressive. And even though Fugitt's got that 77-inch reach, he's not a guy that uses it. If you look at Quinlan's last 2 fights, he took on Trey Waters and Danny Barlow, 2 guys that know how to use range. Fugitt is going to close the distance, and I think Fugitt's going to get caught by big shots. I'm going Quinlan KO.
Yeah, especially at even odds, right? We got to go Quinlan KO. You know, the records don't match up either. Obviously, never go off of just records, but 9-4, 6-2. It's like, you know, those 4 losses aren't great. I mean, Mike Malot's no problem at all. But I don't know. I just feel like Quinlan's seen some good opposition at this point. I know he dropped his last couple, but I think he's going to handle the striking fine. Fugitt. I'm going with Quinlan, and I could see a knockout because he's more heavy-handed. He'll get Fugitt caught in some exchanges.
Odds are Quinlan -126, the favorite. Fugitt +106, the underdog. And then looking at it, for Quinlan to win by KO, it's +175. I do think he's live for the knockout. Close money favorite. Winnable fight, but Josh Quinlan is a guy that I don't like running out and betting on. I've picked against him in the past. He's disappointed me in the past, but I feel like this is a fight that he can actually thrive in. And I still think he's got a decent game. Like, I don't know. I'm critical of him in certain matchups, but this one, I think Fugitt can win. Or excuse me, I think Quinlan can win over Fugitt. Somebody said coin flip. Listen, Finch. Heads Fugitt, tails Quinlan.
Is
it
like
heads,
that?
Bro. So if you're going with the coin flip, it's heads for Fugitt, but I'm not flipping the pick. I'm sticking with it. Just
come on. That was a fake coin flip, bro. Why'd you go coin flip on a fight you had some confidence in? What the fuck?
You know what? I was telling you, I was like, it's gonna be tails for sure. Quinlan's gonna win.
I'm not saying Quinlan lock. Are you?
I'm not saying lock. I'm not saying lock, but I'm picking.
We're not saying lock. Who's saying lock, Larry? Why, Larry? I don't know why. We're not saying lock. I think there are better bets on this card. But it's like even odds fight, and Quinlan's touchable.
Finch, let me ask you something. You on Discord at all?
No.
Oh, okay. You don't have Discord. All right. Because people in the chat were asking if you joined the MMA experts Discord.
Oh, I need to, apparently. I've dabbled on Discord before. I think I have an account. I think so.
All right. Well, listen, you let me know. I'll send you the link for sure. We can get you in there.
All right. Cool. I appreciate that invite. Yeah.
Of course, bro.
I'm not opposed.
We're going Quinlan. We're going KO. And we're going to the next fight. Almabaev versus Jose Johnson. You know, I want to give Jose Johnson some praises, though. You know, he started his amateur career 0-5. At one point, he was 1-7. And he kept fighting. He retired from amateur and turned pro at like 25-13, something crazy. And I mean, he's had a pretty decent MMA career. Only UFC losses to Damon Blackshear, but he decides to cut to 125, which is just something that I worry about a bit for him. I know he's 29, so like he's still relatively young, but that's a big weight cut for a guy that's 5'10". No, 6 feet, excuse me. A 6 foot, 125 pounder. First time ever. I was trying to find him cutting a 25. I don't know if somebody found it. I didn't see it. So this would be the first. I know he was supposed to fight in April, so he had more time to get on point with the weight, but Almabaev is a hard matchup. The reason that I really favor Almabaev, all other things aside, like, you know, the damn weight cut or whatever, is Johnson, though he's incredibly tall and long, he likes to fight like a shorter guy. He ties up with guys. He looks to get them down. He mixes up clinch. And when you do that, Almabaev, you're going on your back. So Jose Johnson is going to have to be somewhat uncharacteristic of what he normally does and choose to fight with a sniper style, which is not his forte. I think Almabaev gets him down. I think Almabaev subs him.
I agree 100%, man. I mean, wins over Ode Osborne, wins over CJ Vergara. I mean, this is higher level competition. I got a lot of respect for Ode Osborne and CJ Vergara. So Almabaev should be able to run Johnson over, honestly. I don't think it'll be close. One of the best bets on the card, Almabaev all day.
He's a minus 550 favorite, though, Finch.
They keep doing this to us, but you got to call it like you see it. And, you know, if they're seeing it too, that should even give you more confidence, right? It's just you got to be careful on what you bet and then how you bet. What type of parlay can you put together? Where can you find some value to make it sweeter? I mean, you got to be confident that he'll get a sub because we've seen Johnson get sub before too. He's got 4 sub losses. He got twistered in 2023 by Damon Blackshear. Come on, dog. Almabaev all day. Almabaev submission.
Minus 110 for the sub for Almabaev. Definitely better than the money line. Decision for Almabaev is plus 265. Holy shit. I am going with Almabaev. I'm going with submission, as is Finch. It's a wide money line. Again, it becomes a piece you got to parlay. It's the only way.
We do have a parlay section. Stay tuned.
Lucky. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we got Miles Johns versus Douglas Silva de Andrade. I'm a Miles Johns guy, Mike Finch. I back Miles Johns often. I pick Miles Johns often. I got faith that Miles Johns wins here. I'm going with him to win a hard-fought decision. Douglas Silva de Andrade, 38, but he's Brazilian. So Brazilians, they like age a tad slower, right? 38 in Brazil, it's like 33, you know? But Miles Johns is on a nice 3-fight win streak, and he's a good fighter. I guess Miles Johns is a guy that I've had faith can really start putting it together, and he's still pretty damn young in his game. Miles Johns is 30 years old, so I really feel like he's just hitting his stride. 3-fight win streak for him. I know one of them was overturned to a no contest, but in a sense, it's kind of unfair that it was a damn no contest because they changed the drug testing rule after he popped. So it's like, they changed it because of him, but they didn't give him back the win. It is what it is, all things considered. I think Miles Johns can beat Douglas Silva de Andrade. I think he could also drop Douglas Silva de Andrade. Andrade has not fought in a year. And let's remember something about a year ago. It's not like he beat Cody Staman's ass. He won the first 2 rounds competitively, and he got his ass kicked in the 3rd round, and he took a year off, and now he's taking on a surging Miles Johns. I got to pick Miles Johns to win. I think he can put it together, and this will be the biggest win of his life, man.
It's a good fight. I mean, the Silva de Andrade, he's a finisher. He puts people away on the feet, and Miles Johns hits hard too, but more of a decision guy. So it'll be hard to finish Miles Johns, but I can imagine Andrade landing some good shots. 38 years old. It's like, when is the guy going to start falling off, right? So I'll pick Miles Johns with you, but I think with a little more hesitation. The odds are even, yes?
Odds have minus 125 for Johns, so essentially even, plus 105 Andrade.
I saw somebody in the chat go, we want to guess who AJ is going to lock. I'm going to guess AJ locks Miles Johns based on these odds and that statement you just gave. I'll pick Miles Johns too, but it's a fight.
It's a fight for sure. Miles Johns to win via decision is plus 140. I think he's live to win that decision too.
Stamen almost finished Silva. Yeah, but yeah, Stamen didn't look great. Stamen didn't look great on Saturday, did he? I mean, he's okay, but again, gatekeeper, I don't even think he's that,
No, he's not. He's fallen into the journeyman category, who was once supposed to be a top tier prospect.
His striking's just not up to par. So no, we'll go Miles Johns. I like it, AJ.
Miles Johns for the win for Finch, man, and myself. Let's jump to the featured bout of the night. We got Timothy Cuamba versus Lucas Almeida. I'm going with Timothy Cuamba to beat Lucas Almeida. I think he can knock him out. Almeida's got a bit of durability issues, in all fairness, and we've seen him wobbled in the past before. And even in his win over Mike Trezano, he got dropped. And he's a tough Muay Thai fighter. His grappling is suspect. Cuamba's too well-rounded. I think he's too hybrid MMA form, and he's also pretty slick with the stand-up, man. I think Timothy Cuamba's live for a KO. I'm going to pick Cuamba to finish him. I think he dusts him.
Dust him.
Mm-hmm.
I like Lucas Almeida, dude. Fuck it. Lucas Almeida. I think Lucas Almeida can bounce back here, man. Cuamba's not a murderer. I mean, you could take Cuamba to a decision, and Lucas Almeida's fumbled the bag in bigger fights. You put him in some more marquee fights, and he fumbles the bag. But I think at this level, he can bounce back. I don't see Cuamba being the type of guy to be getting a title shot anytime soon. Just went to that split decision with Oki, which was a decent fight.
It was short notice too, man. You got to give it to Cuamba his praise. He took the fight on relatively short notice.
No, I didn't remember.
And it was upper weight class too. I got to give him. This is why I have faith in him, is because he did this upper weight class fight against Oki, who was scheduled to fight Damir Hadzovic, who was, a vet. And I thought that Oki was going to beat the shit out of Hadzovic. And Cuamba gave that fight fucking hell, man. I think Cuamba's going to get Lucas Almeida's ass, bro. I think he's going to fuck him up. I'll be honest. I think he's going to fuck him up, bro. I'm not going to lie to you, Finch. I'm not trying to hate on your boy.
Damn. All right. Maybe we have a different lock for AJ. Shit. I I didn't realize it was up a weight class or short notice. I didn't remember either of those things. And AJ smokes more weed than me. Fuck. I'm not betting on this fight personally. I'll stick with Almeida now that I put my foot there, but I'm not betting on this fight. This is not going to be in my parlays or locks, folks. I don't know. It's a good fight. I'm kind of rooting for Lucas Almeida, though. A little bit of
under. Under is -145. Cuamba money line -195. I got a great feeling about Cuamba, man. I won't lie to you, Finch. I got a great. I think this kid's good, man.
Bro, everybody in the chat's on Cuamba, so Godspeed, guys. Go ahead.
See, money line, one of my favorite MMA series. Hey, good world. You know what? You're making the world a better place by donating to us. We really appreciate.
What is that? What type of currency?
I don't know. I think I'll be honest. I just checked. I think it's like 25 cents US. No offense, though. It's a beautiful donor. We really appreciate it.
What in the world is this? Good world. Where are you from, dog? Let us know.
Good world is a universal citizen, bro.
Yeah. What planet did you just send us currency from?
Let's go. Let's keep. You want to keep running, or should I keep flaming your pick?
I think you might be right. I feel like I need to change my pick. The whole chat's like, nope, Cuamba.
Listen,
I don't know.
Listen to them.
I look through the card before I get on. I find my favorite picks, and then we run it. This wasn't it. I don't know. I guess you guys are right. Fuck it. Fade me.
I respect it. Let's see. I want to check Tapology to see if I'm going crazy. 80% of Tapology is on Cuamba too. So he's a high confidence pick from the masses.
All right.
Let's go. Let's keep on running up the card. We got the co-main event of the evening. We got Ikram Aliskerov versus Antonio Trócoli. The OV rule is back in effect, and I'm telling you, this is not even a competitive fight. Can I tell you about Trócoli, Finch? He was fighting at welterweight, and he looked like a stick figure. You know David Benavidez, the boxer, the former super middleweight that was like 6'3"? Same physique. And he was fighting at welterweight. Then he bulked up to light heavyweight, popped for steroids after he won on Contender Series. He's been inconsistent with fighting for years. Was supposed to fight Ovince St. Preux in 2022. Was supposed to fight Umar Sy a couple months ago. And now he's dropping down to 185 to take on Ikram Aliskerov. He's going to get destroyed. Ikram Aliskerov is going to knock him out in the first round. Either the ground where he wants or the hands, because this is a different level. Aliskerov, also, it's a short notice. Not even close. Aliskerov is definitely going to destroy him.
I mean, this has to be the single most confident pick you could give on the card. Aliskerov is a wrecking machine. He is on his way up. This dude is clearly going to be in some big fights. You have to think he's going to run over Antonio Trócoli. This is a hype machine, man. I mean, Ikram Aliskerov, I want to see him in some big fights. I really believe in it. You guys saw probably his competitive fight with Khamzat Chimaev where he got knocked out with that uppercut. Since then, he's been on a fucking tear. Look what he did to Worley Alves. Look what he did to Phil Hawes. Yes, it's Worley Alves and Phil Hawes. This isn't a big step up from that. So I believe the train keeps a rolling. And unfortunately, I bet Vegas does too.
Right now, Ikram Aliskerov is a -1,400 favorite. Trócoli +700, Finch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Almost untouchable odds.
Right?
That's crazy.
It's not a good line, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, lock of the century, but other people know.
You know what? It's just one of those fights that are complete mismatches, and Ikram Aliskerov is going to destroy him. Under 1.5 is bettable, -215.
Sometimes these crazy odd fights are the one to bet the dog on. Sometimes like in Bellator, I've probably given you guys this example before, but in Bellator, should I give more info? No, I can't. In Bellator, there was a -2,000 favorite. I'm not even going to say the fucking name. All right, fuck it. Pat Downey. Okay. He was in my hallway in my hotel room. Okay. So I knew he wasn't that focused. He had his dog in the damn hotel. All right. He's hanging out with his buddies. And he's -2,000, ends up getting knocked out. It's like, dude, there are some nabs you can get on these crazy odds sometimes. Is this it?
I don't think so. Yeah. Ikram Aliskerov to destroy him is the pick for Finch and I both. Let's jump to the main event of the evening. If you guys have not yet, make sure you smash the like button. And if you're new, subscribe. Alex Perez versus Tatsuro Taira. Finch, you've been on a roll with main events, so I think I'm going to let you talk first.
Listen, I'm a Tatsuro Taira fan, okay? I believe in the jiu-jitsu. I've picked Tatsuro Taira all the way up, all right? Tatsuro Taira, that's my guy. But if you look at the performance Alex Perez just put on, he did not stand still for a moment. He's moving side to side. He's not throwing kicks. He's using his hands. That's the perfect way to beat Tatsuro Taira. He's not going to fade over 5 rounds. He's been in some big fights now. He's ready to go, as to where Tatsuro Taira is going to be the nervous one. Tatsuro Taira is going to be the one who's going to have trouble overcoming adversity, not Alex Perez. So I know most of you are going to be picking Tatsuro Taira, but I've got is he the dog? I'm guessing. I got the dog. I believe in the hands of Alex Perez. I believe if he goes out there and performs just like he did a couple months ago, he'll win this fight. Alex Perez takes the decision 4 rounds to 1 by defending takedowns and using boxing and side-to-side movement. Give me Perez on the scorecards.
Wow. You think it goes full 5?
I mean, otherwise Taira has to submit him. And I think that's a tall task with Alex Perez. I do.
You know, here's my argument for this fight. I'm going Tatsuro Taira. I'm going to have faith. I will say this. Muhammad Mokaev is a better technical wrestler than Taira. But if Taira gets an advantageous grappling position, I really believe he has the jiu-jitsu that he could end up tapping out Alex Perez on the mat. I'm going to go Taira by sub. I also think Taira's striking skill is live. I think he can pop some good straights to crack Alex Perez, man. And I think Perez eats a good shot. I'm not saying he's definitely going to get knocked out, but he could get buzzed by a big straight. Taira's hands are starting to come together. The leg kicks of Perez are definitely a concern of mine if I'm, on the Taira side, which I am. But if they tie up and go to the ground, I think Taira's jiu-jitsu is a different level. So I am going to go with Taira to win. I'm going to have faith in the prospect, but I won't lie to you, bro. I won't lie to you.
Don't lie to me.
I respect the Perez underdog pick a lot. And I'm not betting Taira. I don't feel good about it.
I think Perez is a bad matchup for him, dude. He's this little short guy, moves side to side. I'll tell you what, that Nicolau performance, that's exactly what he needed rolling into this fight. And look at his skid. Davison, Figueiredo, Pantoja, and Mokaev. Like, bro, no harm done. Great experience going all rounds with Mokaev in a good one. It took Pantoja to be able to choke him. Davis and Figueiredo too. But I mean, those fights are, I don't think Taira is going to be able to get him down to the mat very easily. And I do believe that the boxing is going to favor Perez, man. Taira could strike for sure, but I think the hands are going to be the difference here, man. Taira's in the fight. I like Taira a lot. I pick him a lot. He's in the fight. He's live. His striking's good. His jiu-jitsu's even better. If you're picking Taira, I'm not even out here to sway you. I'm just saying that based on the performance I just saw against Nicolau, if he does that same thing, I think he could beat this kid.
I respect it. And I also respect Culture Combat MMA's Justin for the $9.99. Hypothetical. If Taira beats Perez, who do you want him to fight next in the top 10? I like Mokaev to end ground debate or Ursay. If he wins these next 2, he'll be 7-0 in the UFC. Will he deserve a title shot? If he wins this fight, it's a major fight next for him. Certainly, he's right in the upper echelon, potentially in a title fight, potentially in a Mokaev fight, potentially in a Steve Ursay fight. We'll find out. I mean, if he goes and wins against Perez by submission and beats him more impressively than Mokaev did, I think that will do a ton for his stock. And yeah, 7-0 in the UFC, he definitely deserves a title shot. Right now, he's Japan's big thing. And now Aliskerov also got signed too. But
Tatsuro Taira, Steve Ursay?
I like it.
I like it. That'd be kind of cool. Steve Ursay had a good fight with Pantoja, man. That was kind of close. I'd like to see that. Alex Perez is ranked 5, so above him is Kaikar France, Amir Albazi, Brandon Moreno, and Brandon Royval. The Royval Moreno fights would be cool too.
I think so too.
Get him in there with some of these Mexicanos. Let's see how he does against the little Mexican dudes. I think those would be fun fights, man. Taira always puts on a good show. He's a finisher. I mean, what's not to like with all these matchups? Yeah, him and Brandon Moreno or him and Brandon Royval. Battle of the Brandons after a dub here, if that's the case. Thank you for the dono.
What do you think about this other dono in here, Finch?
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. You looking for it? Do you need some help?
You see it? You don't see it?
The hack experts are live again. Clickbait hacks. What does that mean? Clickbait? Like we're breaking the card down. What's the title? What's the headline?
I guess they got to say two guys talking about UFC Vegas 93 on a Monday night. We need to really break it down, which leads into a Tuesday morning, and giving their predictions and talking the bets. Yeah.
The hack experts are live again. Michael, I have had every main event since when? Somebody tell me the last time. I've been getting 5 for 5 locks on my own show after this. Last time, what was it? 4 for 5. I mean, come on, dude. We kill it. Again, the #1 MMA show, the #1 show that does what we do, got the main event and co-main event wrong last week. I got them both right. You should come here. What are you doing? If you want to go get the wrong picks elsewhere, go ahead. I think we do a pretty fucking good job. AJ's, he's gonna bounce back now. I know he's had a couple locks. People are hating on my man AJ. AJ, your picks overall are pretty good, dude. Don't let them talk shit.
I don't get
dono. Even if you're gonna talk shit, at least give us a dono. I'll address it.
If you want to shit talk, give me a fucking dono. That's funny. I appreciate it.
AJ wasn't even gonna bring your bitch ass up. At least I did, bro. AJ's like, what do you think about this one? Nah, fuck it, bring him up.
Good. Let's go.
Let him talk. They can tell me my Tesla's gay. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
I'll go toe to toe with you internet trolls any day.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go to war.
We're going to war. Listen, he's got another one. He's talking about UFC 303 being canceled. You lie, you hack. Oh, I remember
you talking to me then.
That was me. That was my live stream. We were speculating that it was canceled. He was in there. Listen, I made my guess. And it ended up being wrong, which I told you on the fucking live stream is what I wanted. But you know what? I appreciate you dropping money for this. It means a lot. Thank you for $1.99, bro. We appreciate you. I want to talk about
these fucking parlays and locks.
I want to do odds real quick. Perez is plus 145. Taira is minus 170. I'm not betting Taira. Taira to win by submission is plus 135. What the fuck? Perez hard to tap. And then Perez is a dog. I'm picking Taira. I think he wins, but I respect you on the dog, my brother. I appreciate it.
It's a good fight, man. Taira could win this fight. It's a good fight.
No hacks. You guys are top. Stay positive. Let's fucking go.
Thank you, Ali Point VTVC. I know you're at a good place in life because you don't got to come on here and hate, right? Some people just want to hate because really deep down it's a problem with them, right? So you spread positivity, Ali. We appreciate it.
We appreciate you, bro. Listen. We got different main event picks. Let's see, Finch. We're going head to head. You got me last week. With the main event. Let's see if I can bounce back.
Same team, bro. It's all good.
Let's see. We're on the same team, though. Exactly. Yeah. It's just the fun brotherly camaraderie from the fucking show. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on a fucking roll. What can I say?
You are on a roll, man. That's why I call you the Parlay King. Listen, let's keep it going. We're going to jump to the lock section. Let's do it right now. UFC Vegas 93 lock of the night brought to you by Hit and Move. Mike Finch, I'm still waiting on those gloves, my brother.
I know every week you tell me they're not getting any closer. I have no idea. I got to ask him. I owe him a full video. So
I thought you did the commercial.
I owe him. What's that?
I thought you did the commercial.
I did the little thing, but I got to edit a big one. We shot a lot more content than that because he sent me gloves. He sent me all types of stuff. They're in the back of my Tesla right now. Awesome gear. Use promo code Moneyline. Best gear in the game. You guys will see more content than me using them. Yes, you guys could check out the Hit and Move turtle mitts on my channel right now. And the boxing gloves are great too. He makes really quality gear. He deserves the content. I'll get it to you, Ozzy. I'm working on it. And we'll get AJ in some gloves too.
What is the promo code? Moneyline 1515 or MMA 1515?
Use promo code Moneyline to rep this show. MMA 15 is mine. So if they use MMA 15, they're giving me credit.
Holy smokes.
Promo code Moneyline so that we know you came from Moneyline, right?
As long as I get my gloves, I'm not complaining. That's it. I don't care. I'm waiting on the damn gloves, man. Holy
Check out
shit.
Hit and Move, guys. I go way back with this guy, Ozzy. He was my boxing client back in Chicago. Ends up quitting his job in the pharmaceutical industry and starting his own business and creates really high quality gear. I mean, frickin', Gervonta Davis and all types of fighters they're buying it here. They're not being given this stuff. They are actually buying it. It is actually that quality. Please check it out, guys. Hit and Move. Use promo code Moneyline.
Finch, what is your lock?
First off, look at the love. Look at the fucking love. The Parlay King. I got to get the crown back out. I'm goated. Thank you, guys. Respect. Okay? I appreciate you very much. My honest lock, let's be honest, it's Ikram Aliskerov, but how the fuck are you going to bet on a fucking 1,400? Like, what do you know? So as far as value goes, I don't know. How wide's Nate Maness?
Nate Maness is actually decent. Oh, shit, it's wide. Minus 450 right now. Minus 550.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna do a couple parlays, so I'll give you guys my lock parlay here is Ikram Aliskerov and Nate Maness. That's gonna be my lock, but I have to put them together because the odds are so fucking crazy. I gotta tell you guys how I'm betting too, right? I'm just being honest with you. I'm not gonna put down straight money lines on this one like you would normally do with a lock. I'm gonna do a couple parlays on this card. There's one for you.
Listen. I need some fucking savagery on my side before I give my fucking lock, okay? I'm not playing around. Before this show, I didn't even get a good rip. Before this show, I already had it down. I'm not coming in here blind. I know the lock. The lock is Garrett Armfield this week. He's better than Brady Hiestand everywhere, and he's going to win a unanimous decision. 30-27. Maybe one judge gives it 29-28, but he's simply going to be superior. He's a little bit older, a little bit more experienced at a high level, and I think he's going to be winner of the fight. So we're going with Garrett Armfield to lock it up. And right now, Armfield is a playable line, money line, sitting at minus 165. But there are some legendary parlays that I think we can make on this card. This is a very parlay card for me. So I'm hype as fuck to get into it. Finch, you know what we got to do? We got to jump into the parlay.
All the competition that try to compete, stand back, watch the bomb drop.
Parlay time. Open up your wallets and let's bet on some fist fights.
Yeah, it's parlay time. I'm going to bet on Tagir, and he's clubbing and subbing Saturday night. Yeah. Give me Tagir Ulanbekov, okay? How many times do I got to lock and parlay Tagir Ulanbekov for you to understand that Tagir is the fucking man? And we're going to put him with Almabaev. So that parlay right there, that's sweet, folks. I'll tell you what, Almabaev, I'm probably fucking that name up, however you want to say it, okay? Almabaev. And Tagir Ulanbekov, I'm actually more confident in that one. I bet reading it on a piece of paper, you'd be like, Ula, who? Right? Ulanbekov and Almabaev parlayed together. High likelihood. I like it, guys. That's my parlay.
Minus 130 for the Finchman's parlay, which I do like. I am going to do Timothy Cuamba on a parlay, Nate Maness on a parlay, and I am going to add in Ikram Aliskerov because I want plus money. It's plus 109. Cuamba, Nate Maness, Ikram Aliskerov. That's a fucking lock right there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think the parlays are the way to go on this card, guys. My personal feeling is that you got to put two together to get some money back on this card. You could go straight money line on some of these close odd fights, but they really do seem like, they could go either way on some of these. AJ had an interesting lock. I did not expect that.
I have to surprise you, bro.
You surprised me because I thought you were going Miles Johns for sure. For sure. And
I like Miles Johns, though. I do. I like Miles Johns, but I like him as a fan. I'm not locking him. I think Garrett Armfield. I have my confident picks in my head, and I'm going to be doing the most confident picks Wednesday on my show there with this week's Best of May bets, and I think I'm going to sweep it.
Godspeed to you, AJ. AJ does have those hater blockers on. I call those the Joe Bidens. AJ's rocking the Joe Bidens right now, okay? Looks like he just got off Air Force One. AJ, it's
work, baby.
Build
back better.
I'm back and I'm better.
I'm building back better, bro.
Can't wait to see you debate Trump, dude. That's gonna be
Make
phenomenal.
locks great again. All right, that's what I'm bringing. That's what I am.
Right now, AJ, do you want to practice right now? AJ, if you were smart, you would have picked Miles Johns. That would have been tremendous. But instead, he goes out on a limb. AJ, why'd you do this?
You know what? I don't know. I just did it. We'll see.
Trust your gut, huh?
Listen, if it turns out to be a fucking L, okay, on the lock, if somehow that fucking comes down, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, I think I just cursed the lock because Armfield should definitely win the fight.
Be a Herzog stoppage again.
Herzog stoppage, I'd say, fuck it. It's cursed, guys. Just fade it. Fade of the week.
Don't hate on Herzog, guys. All right. He gave me a souffle recipe. Herzog's the fucking man. Okay. Chill on Herzog. He fucked up for sure, but chill on Herzog. He's a good dude. If you met him in real life, you wouldn't meet a nicer person. AJ, these are going to be some fun ones. I'm super excited now. Now I got a nice list of locks, so I'm about to go live myself. We're going to flip this thing around right away. I'll be on in a matter of minutes. So I'll see you guys 10, 15 minutes. We'll jump on my channel. I'm going to give you my 5 favorite picks on the card, and I'll run through why. And then you guys could come on, chirp at me. I'll chirp back at you. See you on my channel in a few, folks.
Check out the link to Mike's channel. I got it linked up in chat, guys. Check him out.
Thank you.
And, go watch his show. He's going live, bro. And listen, I'm making magical thumbnails. I already got it made for you, Mike. I got it on its way right now. I'm emailing you literally right now.
Good man. AJ could crank out thumbnails like a machine, bro.
I got you. Don't worry about it.
A thumbnail machine. I'm telling the EV OV parlay, love that. Listen, I just bought an EV, so we're on the same page. Paku, let's go.
Let's go. Listen, guys, we appreciate you. Smash the likes on your way out. If you're new, subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys haven't seen the Every Fight I Need to See Next video, definitely check that out. It's a new series that I'm starting up with a vengeance. And let's get matchmaker AJ going. Let's go. UFC, hit me up.
That's your real role, AJ. One day when you level up, AJ is gonna be like the fucking LFA matchmaker or some shit. You guys
LFA? Well, you caught me at we're going to the top of nothing, bro.
You're going UFC?
If it ain't UFC, it ain't for me. If it ain't UFC, it ain't for me. I'd rather do this. I don't want to
take PFL matchmaker. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, I want to do this.
If they offer you PFL matchmaker, no.
Can I still do the channel? Because I'm doing the channel. If I'm the UFC matchmaker, then at least I can still talk with the people. And that guys, we're doing an update of what I've been thinking this week. They'll probably hate me if I'm the matchmaker.
You got to delete the channel, but you get the 6-figure salary matchmaker job for PFL.
No, absolutely not. Not interested. I don't need the money.
Absolutely not.
I don't need it.
Holy shit.
I wouldn't delete it for the UFC.
Offer it to me, okay?
If the UFC came to me and said, delete your channel,
we'll take this shit down right now, bro.
The UFC could tell me, matchmaker, but you got to delete your channel. You know what I'm telling them? I'm doing my own thing. I don't need you. I'm good.
I respect that, man.
This is me. Cool. It's who I am, bro. MMA experts for life, dog.
There's something powerful about having your own lane. There is something really beautiful about that. I'm a big fan of being your own entrepreneur, right? It's very American of you, AJ. Good for you.
Let's go, baby. Thank you, Finch. Thank you, people. We appreciate you. Check out Finchman's live stream, and I will see you all. We will see you all in the next one. Peace out.